Hey guys, I'm going to do a complete walkthrough of the Niji slide-in pop-up aluminum ultimate camper. And I'm going to show you all the options it comes with. I'm going to do a full complete walk around on the exterior. Start that off first. I'm going to show you the 270-degree awning. I'm going to show you everything about this, and then we'll go inside and I'll show you all the awesomeness inside. I get about 30 emails a day and I haven't been answering them fast enough, and I'll try to get better at that. I just haven't had time, so I'm doing them in the evening. The biggest question is how much to ship to wherever, Arizona. I can't give you shipping quotes at this time. The tariffs that were changing constantly was part of that deal, and these take 3 months to get. So it's very hard to get a shipping quote for something that's 3 months out, and the tariffs could change 40 times by that date. So that's not happening at the moment. These are located in Alberta, Canada. That's where they're being shipped. We got a bunch coming in soon that I can show you. It's sitting on my 2021 Tundra. I've got airbags in it. The airbags are set to 45 pounds and it runs awesome. Power-wise, no problem. This thing weighs about 1,200 pounds. Another question I get is, can it fit an 8-foot box? We can fit it any size you want. We actually have two coming in for 8-foot box. One's a 3500 Dodge Ram dually 4x4. And the brackets that are usually on this, well, they're not on it when you're driving it. They kick out the jack stands quite a bit, so it clears the dually wheel wells. So that's good. We also have one for a Rivian. Guy's out in Texas. He's picking one up for his Rivian. Anything over 6 foot, it's an extra 700 US, whatever that is, 1,100 bucks Canadian. All right, I'm gonna set this guy up. I'm gonna go through all the components. I'll even tell you what this is. So this guy here that was hanging out earlier, this runs your running lights. 2 red in the back and 2 amber in the front on each corner. You would normally hook this up, put it beside the camper and the wheel well and hook it up, hitch, package, or however you want to wire that. Even put a switch on it if you like. To open this guy up, you got 4 latches, 1 at each corner, and you've got 4 stainless steel cotter pins, and that's it. You just unlock it. You could stick a lock on one of them or all of them if you wanted. And that's it. So to pop it open, it's a piece of cake. You run inside, push it up. It's assisted struts. So after a bit of a shove, it pops up. These stainless steel plate mounts are for the arms and jack posts. So these guys have little brackets that come out. I'll put a picture in here. And the jack post attaches to it. But you can just loosen this off and they slide up and you take the whole thing off. On both sides of the camper, you got LED floodlights. And you also have an overhead light at the entrance at the rear. And that's controlled remotely. I'll show you that when we get inside. This guy here is pretty cool. This is just a pass-through window here that you can open up. That's the back of the seat. And I'll show you the inside in a sec. So that's kind of cool. You got the awning out and you're, I don't know, passing beers out through there. The windows have blinds and screens, of course. I'll get that going when I'm inside. How this unit gets strapped in is with nylon ratchet straps. You got tie down points in the 4 corners of the bed of the pickup truck, and you strap it in. This thing hasn't moved. I've been out in it for, like I said, for 2 days. Mountain roads, a lot of gravel. I haven't taken it seriously off-road. I'm just kind of camping in it, getting used to what's happening. You got shore power here, and it comes with a plug, so you can plug it in your generator or wherever. If you got a campground with power, that's where that goes. If you're plugging this in, you can plug an extension here to run something, whatever, power tools, whatever you got going on. Another plate there, that's for your jacks. This molly panel here is where you can mount whatever you want. Jerry cans would go there, like a Rotopax would be perfect there. Of course, you've got a 270-degree awning. I'm gonna pop that guy out here for you. And I think that's all we got going on the side. This thing's really tall when it's popped up. You got a ceiling height of about 7 feet inside, so it feels really big and roomy. This seals up like a piece of Tupperware. So there's the top, and you can see it overhangs, and there is the rubber weather seal. And as you come down, you can see this area here. This is fastened to this top lip, which is aluminum in here, and the water just comes and flows off. At the front of this, got 4 large floodlights. I haven't checked the pattern out. It looks like it's dual pattern, flood and spot. I haven't checked that out, but I have checked out the brightness, man, and it's like staring into the sun. This comes with a remote, 2 remotes. You can put one on your dash and run that remotely. That's pretty cool. It also has storage up top. This is also weather sealed here. It's got a nice hunk of weather stripping around here. This would be great to put your recovery gear, just some stuff that hopefully you don't have to use. 2 gas struts on each side to assist with the opening. This has 5 large windows, 2 on each side and 1 at the front. The roof is aluminum, and on top of it, on this one and the standard equipped units, is 200 watts of solar. So you got 2 100-watt panels up top. You can option in a dual fan in and out over the bed, and that's, I think it was like $200 or $300 option. You can option in more solar as well, 2 more 100-watt panels to give you a total of 400 watts. Plus, you can go with a 3,000-watt inverter. You're probably wondering what this wood is here. Well, this was set up for my friend Lee's F-150. And his F-150, the depth of the bed is a little bit different. But not only that, he didn't have a shark's fin on his cab like this Tundra does. So my shark's fin sticks up about this much. Now, this guy cleared it when it was down, but only by a 1/4 inch. And the bed flexes quite a bit. So I didn't want it to whack the shark's fin. Somebody mentioned that in the comments. Thank you for that. So I just jacked it up 2 inches to clear the shark's fin. That's not a normal thing. So the reason it's there is because it's in my Tundra, not his F-150. This one has the option of hot water tank. That's what that is. This, I think it's about a $300 option. So this back storage, it's got MOLLE webbing. So again, you can mount rotopacks, whatever you want to do on that. And it has the same hardware as up front and lockable. Nice storage box inside. This is for filling the diesel heater. So these things come with its own little ladder. It's a little aluminum ladder that hooks in here. You latch it in place. That is at the shop. It's only a 2-step, but it's a very small ladder. I actually need about 3 steps to get in here comfortably. You have a main door and a screen door. It does have a hold open as well up top. It holds it open. This is the screen door, and it's nicely set up. Over top, you've got that third light I was talking about, the exterior lights. So when those 2 side lights go on, that one goes on as well, and that's remote. You do have privacy glass on it, which is kind of cool. So there's another tie-down strap right there, and it ties into my rear tie-down loop. This is your gray water outlet right here. It is threaded, and they give you a hose. I'll show you that when I get inside. So you can drain your gray water from the sink or from the shower or whatever into a jerry can or bucket, whatever you're gonna do. This has the shower option inside. So when you're standing on the floor here, this is a big drain pan. It will come out there as well. All right, let's take a look at the awning. And I forgot to mention, these guys lock out as well. This is a 270-degree awning. It wraps right around the back. I'm gonna open it up for you. It's got latches here to keep it together. There's your pole bag. There's some ropes and such in there and some pegs. There's your bag of poles. And you just grab this guy. So there's the 270-degree awning. 270 degrees means 180 this way and another 90 back that way. That equals 270. And that's how this guy runs. So it's pretty awesome. These things are pretty good. My part of the world, the wind can kick up, and so can this. But this is a nice option for sure if it's raining or just to keep you out of the sun. And it folds right back up and is included in the package. Obviously, this is the passenger side of the camper. This guy here, this is an exhaust for your diesel heater. If you want to extend that, get some pipe off Amazon and extend it if you don't like it there. Obviously, you got to run this with the windows closed. I have run it. It's pretty cool. I'll show you when we get inside. Another mounting plate for your jack stand and bracket. This is your diesel fill right there. It's lockable. This is your shower, and it's pretty cool. And it goes like this. And that's pretty sweet. You got hot and cold. That's obviously the option with the hot water tank. On the right of that is another fill. That's for your water. You can see another window there. All windows can open except for the back door. So that one will open up for you. You got another MOLLE panel here. And to the right of the window is another floodlight. So one thing I noticed when I jumped up in the bed here is the headroom I have. Now I'm 6'1", but I'm in the shrinking phase of my life, and I fit up here perfectly, no problem. So this is lots of room up here. Floor to ceiling height when this thing's popped up is 7 feet. It feels absolutely amazing. This gray stuff that's on the walls here is the insulating layer that you can take off and on, just the winter package. So you can see the table sitting on that elevated platform. That is your 50-liter water tank. So it's nice and low in the bed and pushed right up front. So that's where you want the extra weight. The bottom is this Trex material. It's like that plastic decking. I think if I was going to do a mod, I'd probably get rid of it because it's pretty heavy, but it elevates you off that floor pan because that floor turns into a shower when you have that hot water tank option. So this is how you pop the table up and lower it. You just squeeze that handle and up it goes. Spring loaded. And again, you can adjust it to whatever height you like. So on top of the counter here is the cooler. I couldn't figure out how to fire up this cooler. There's your controls right there. I couldn't get it working. I couldn't figure it out, but I did find out, and it is right there. That is a cigarette lighter. I'll show you how to turn that on in a minute. And that fires up the cooler. It also runs this plug and this USB. It's on the same circuit. And to turn that on, you come over here and you have a cigarette lighter button. So that fires up that circuit. So there you go, right there. While I'm here, this is the pump for the water pump. To the left of the fridge is your sink. Pretty sweet right there. There it is. And that's where your shower curtains are when you get it. And you'll need a shower curtain if you've ordered the hot water, which is behind here. And that is it right there. And there's your adjustment. You hang the curtain up here on these 4 loops, and then you shower away. The water goes down through this Trex flooring and out that gray water hole. Cabinet color you can get in gray, and same with the cushions. You can change those out for like an orangey color. And in this drawer is stuff, and it's got a soft close, nice. You can get this hardware in black as well. In here, you've got some more storage. Comes with a fire extinguisher. That's your gray water hose right there that screws in to that back gray water outlet. Sweet. This side you have this is a shore power cord. I threw it there. Back here is the diesel heater. Got some solar stuff up here, and there's your water gauge. You can also get in there if you need to do wiring or whatever. And that stove is an induction stove right there. The left side here says firewood, and firewood means your diesel heater. I'm going to show you that separately here coming up. Under here you have the hot water tank, and you got some more storage, I guess, too. There's the vent for your battery box. Plug there. You got lots of plugs. Plug here, right there. And you have another one, like I said, over here. So lots of power for sure. So let's talk windows. So here's a window, and it opens up. You got 3 latches to get it open. It also has a screen. If you don't like the screen, you can go full blackout and sleep in. If you don't want to get up with the birds, there you go. And they have this latch. That's pretty cool. Not bad. Exact same on this side. Same stuff. Screen and blackout. And that opens up. Let's talk about the windows. So right now I have the plastic on it, so it's keeping me warm. If I zip this guy out, you can see the zippers there. Obviously that gets me to just the screen, and you can also zip the screen right out. So everything comes out and you have a blackout. And that is what's behind this insulated puffy coat layer that's on it right now. To get that layer off it, it's just a Velcro. You can see it just rolls up, a little Velcro action. So that's your insulated layer. You can see there again. And that's what I got going on right now. Again, that's another window there, window and windows. Let's take a look at the bed. So it pulls out a couple more feet, and this guy slides back. And there you go. Let's see, it's got the rails here. And then you've got this other half that opens up. And that's your bed. This might be too stiff for some people, so maybe a 2-inch topper. You got lots of room as far as closing the lid. You can see the gap here, the room you have. You got lots of room. The bed is 78 by 64. That's plenty for 2 people. No problems. To get it back, you just throw this guy back on and shove that in. It's plywood, so it's pretty strong for sure. And that is an extra seat cushion. I'll show you what that's for. There it is. That's what that extra cushion is for. So there's your little bed. You just shove the table down to whatever height you need it at, and that's good for whatever. There is an overhang here, though, you can see. So it's not fully supported on this edge, but you could squeeze somebody in there for sure. There's your grab handles. They bolt right through the roof, so it's not going to pop out on you. You just grab onto it, lean into it, and it'll close up nicely. What else? Oh yeah, everything has these little grommet things. I forget what you call these tie-down straps. So you can roll everything up, whatever layer you want, individually, so they're out of the way, which is pretty nice. And again, this interior is beauty. It's very cool looking green. I'm liking it. It feels like heavy canvas too. Lots of good stitching to my eye. And there's that puffy coat insulation. let's go over the lighting quickly. You've got two of these remotes. Left and right one is for interior lights. They're right there. You got a strip goes around the perimeter, and you got the pots that goes all the way around, so you get nice lighting for sure. And this one here, the middle button, does the exterior lights. Those 3 exterior lights I told you. Pretty cool. And what else we have in here? Oh yeah, you've got 2 of these guys. This is your remote for those front floodlights. Let's go check it out. Here's the remote. It's got 2-sided tape on it, and you can put it wherever you like. You do have a smoke detector right there, and this one is working. I tested it. There's the test button. But I carry my own if it works. Yes, it works. There you go. And that's what I'm rocking. And you should probably have a couple of these in case one of them fails, especially when you're cooking up the diesel heater. Let's look at the diesel heater. There is where your heat's coming from. You have a little remote for it. Sweet. On, off, more and less heat. So you can run that from the bed. That's the control box. I'm going to fire this thing up and we'll take a look. So to activate this diesel heater, fire that on. And that pops that on. And it's in Chinese, but it tells you everything you need to know. There's your fuel on the right and your temperature. To turn it on, you just go like this, on, and you can hear it kick on. It starts blowing. I'm not going to turn it on because I just turned it off, because my windows are open and it's going to blow right in here. Obviously, you would have your windows closed and zipped up tight, and obviously that's why you're using a heater. Anyway, kind of cool thing, and you might learn a little Chinese. All right, let's get inside this box. So this is Renogy. This is a remote to turn on your inverter inside, and inside the box is a 2,000 watt. You can upgrade to a 3,000 watt, but this is standard goodness right here. Batteries, there's one. I can easily fit 2 in here, possibly 3. I bet you can get 3 batteries in there for sure. This is your main cutoff, so that'll cut everything off. There is your charge controller, and it's a good one. It's an MPPT charge controller. So that's that. What do we got over here is this is a smart switch right here. Lights up front, which are the floods. I showed you the 4 up front, and I have the strip lighting in here inside, and I have the pots. There's another circuit, so you could run another remote controlled item in here if you wanted. There's your temperature, and it has a temperature probe in here, and it is down here. To turn this Renogy on is right there. It'll kick this on. It makes a lovely sound, so you know it's on. This one comes from China, and they use 50 hertz setup. So I was getting an error. So in this, you can change it to 60 hertz. That's what we're using in North America. So I had to change that up. It was no big deal, but that's what I did. While we're talking about solar panels, let's check that out. That's a cool meter right there, and that's telling you what's happening with it up top. And you know what, a lot of this stuff, I don't know if you need that anymore, because a lot of these batteries, I have one in the garage that comes with a built-in app that tells you exactly what the batteries are doing. But that's a nice touch for sure. So now that we have the inverter fired up, let's go over here and see if we can get this thing cooking. And inside here is a switch you turn on, and that kicks on the hot water tank and also the stove. So I'm not 100% sure what this says, but I'm going to ask my friend Lee because he knows. This is off and on, and then you have different settings. I think it's low, medium, and high, possibly. Anyway, pretty cool. Hopefully I showed you everything there is to show you on this video. If I left something out, let me know in the comments below. But it's a pretty sweet setup for sure. Very, very cool. And I'm really enjoying it. It's going to be an awesome summer for sure. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you soon.